So I got asked in a comment to do Type 100 only on World at War Riese, which I was kind of excited for, kind of not at the same time because I'm not that great at this map. I've played it a good amount, but I don't like it that much. I don't have much nostalgia for it because I never played it until like 2021. I was basically an infant when this map came out, and it just wasn't one that I ever bought until a really long time after it came out. But I do really like the Type 100 because one of my first memories of ever playing Call of Duty was the campaign on this on like Nintendo Wii, and just using this gun a super long time ago. So I was kind of excited to play this challenge. Now, I'm sure a lot of you have played World at War and know what the Type 100 is, but it's a pretty good SMG. It's not the best. The best in this game is definitely PPSH, and if you disagree with that, then I don't know what's wrong with you, because it's definitely the best SMG probably in Zombies history, honestly. But yeah, the Type 100 I'd say is probably like top 3 SMGs in World at War. Only ones that are better is probably the Thompson and the PPSH. But the Type 100 is in an interesting little spot. It's near a teleporter in like the back right part of this map, but it's a pretty good gun. So as soon as I bought this thing, I just started getting the teleporters linked because this thing unpack punched ain't that great. Not too much ammo, but I mean, it's still pretty good on the earlier rounds. But yeah, this map is pretty difficult, so I just wanted to get this thing pack punched ASAP because, I mean, there's no quick revive, and yeah, I'm not that great at this map, honestly. So after this, I bought Speed Cola, and I was just getting all the teleporters linked to the middle so I could get pack lunch, and I was still trying to debate on whether or not I should try and train or camp on the catwalk, because this thing could definitely probably keep me on the catwalk until at least maybe 15 to 20, I assumed, because it is pretty good, but the only thing I was worried about was the ammo count. But then actually on round 11, I had to go get the one that's near the trench gun because I thought that I had already gotten it, but apparently I didn't actually click on it. I just ran to the middle after standing on it. So that was pretty stupid. And then once I was on 12, I pack punched this thing. And this thing is honestly pretty underrated. Nobody ever really talks about it because it kind of gets overshadowed by the Thompson. But this thing is like, I'd say maybe just as good. The wall buy is just in a bad place. I don't know what this dog was doing, but my boy was floating. But once I started actually like playing the game instead of just trying to get pack punch open, I resorted to the strategy of run around and do not die. Yeah, that's basically what I did. There was no strategy. I just kind of ran around from place to place shooting and just trying not to die. There was absolutely no technique, no strategy at all. I was just not wanting to die. On round 18, I decided to smarten up and just start camping on the catwalk for a little bit, which, I mean, everyone's camped on the catwalk before. I mean, it's like maybe the most iconic zombies like strategy place in history, maybe other than like the stage on Keynote or Toten. Like, everyone's camped on the catwalk. But then, like I predicted, once I hit about 20, it kind of stopped being that viable. I was just running out of ammo before the round was over, so I had to drop off the catwalk and start trying to train. And so after that, every round I would start up where double tap is, drop down and run over here and just train like in this room right here. Just run like up those little stairs to the teleporter, drop off, and just kind of run a circle around in there. And it was working pretty well for a while. When I'd get an insta kill, I would just shoot literally everything. And if I ever thought I was going to get trapped, I would just try and get in the teleporter and just go. At this point into the challenge, I was just hoping to get to around 25 because, like I said earlier, not too great at this map, and I was having to buy ammo a lot, so 25 would have been a good round to get to. To be honest, playing through this challenge made me realize that this thing actually is pretty good, and I think if it was in a better spot on a lot of maps, then it would get used a lot more, because the Thompson's just in a better spot on like every map, literally. Then after a while, I hit 25 and kept going because I wasn't going to quit. I was having fun, not going to lie, just running around. This thing was not like bad at all at this point, but it was getting kind of difficult. I kept like almost dying, but yeah, I just wanted to keep going, see how far I could really get. And then right here, I actually just assumed I was dead, but I just made it out alive because of the insta-kill. When I had that insta-kill, I used like all my ammo just spraying, so I had to run and get ammo, and luckily that insta-kill was still on right there, or I maybe would have gotten trapped and died, but I'll show you what I would do when I would get ammo. You can probably imagine it wasn't that hard because I just run into that room, buy ammo, and usually would just jump into the teleporter. If there was no zombies, I could run out, but most of the time I would just jump into the teleporter and go. And to be honest, the strategy of just training in the catwalk slash STG room was working pretty well. I was having some close calls, but overall I wasn't actually dying, so I'll take it. And yeah, I was just basically just run around this room the entire game pretty much. Eventually I hit round 29 and was really hoping I could make it to 30. And after playing through 30 and hitting 31, I was still going well. I didn't expect to make it too much further, but I figured I'd play until I die because this thing was starting to get a little weaker, but it was still pretty good. And then on 31, this happened. I just got completely trapped and killed instantly. So, yeah,